I'm Dr. Barry, licensed psychologist, and here I share legal and entertainment news from a psychological perspective. Really glad to get to join you all today. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome to anyone viewing. I am also live on TikTok as well. And today we're going to talk about coping with the potential TikTok ban. And there is a chance that there will be a change and maybe a company will come in and buy TikTok. We don't know, but I know there are a lot of people that are considering switching to certain apps. But before we dive into all of that, I first just want to hold space for the creators, for the business people. There are a lot of people that have built communities on TikTok. I will share my channel. So I started on TikTok in 2020. September, I believe, of 2020. There was a threat to ban the app, and that's just I just downloaded it. There's a lot of positive. I built a really awesome community there, and I think I'm glad that I also have Instagram and I also have YouTube, because there are some people that only built TikTok and they don't have any other platforms. They don't have any other places to engage or to connect with people. And that's where creators like Emily D. Baker, the fact that she has her own app and that she can connect directly with her community without having to go through, because let's say something happened to YouTube, let's say something happened to some other platform, she has a way to directly connect with her audience. And I do have an email list, and if the app does shut down on Sunday, I will send out an email to my email list just to let people know that, hey, this is where you can follow me. This is where you can connect with me. And my YouTube is different than what I do on TikTok. So if you go over to my at Dr. Patrice Berry over on TikTok, I used to do it was all mental health related. When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. It was actually a recommendation of a client, because I kept sending them YouTube videos and they were like, "I need just send me a TikTok. Can you just get on TikTok? I promise you there are other creators your age that are doing things there." Because when I joined in 2020, I thought I was too old. Like I was like, "That's TikTok is just for the kids. Like that's what the children are doing. They're going to be dancing." But I really found a phenomenal group of other mental health creators that were really providing good information. Now, is there not so great information on YouTube? I'm sorry, YouTube and TikTok and all the other platforms? Yes. Is there inaccurate information out there? Yes. Are there people that use the app to gain attention or to start harmful trends? Do those things happen? Yes. We sometimes talk about the filters. So children on apps, sometimes it can change how they think about themselves. And it's not just TikTok, it's all the different social media platforms. And I have other resources. I've talked about that before, things parents can do, things people can do to help support people. But there are a lot of people grieving losing that community if it really does happen. One thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to go over to Red Note. So, Red Note is a Chinese app. So, TikTok is banned in China because there's no moderation. Like, not, well, there is still moderation, but like the Chinese government does not have freedom of speech. And so if you download Red Note, it's my understanding, based on the news reports and the things I've heard, that Red Note complies with China's rules and regulations, and I'm personally not comfortable. But I do have TikTok on my phone, and so I feel like we've become desensitized to our privacy, to our information getting out there. I know my information has been included in multiple data breaches, and so I think a lot of people are desensitized to that a little bit. But I'm gonna keep staying here. I'll also be honest that I hadn't really been doing as much over on TikTok since my YouTube was monetized. Um, I've been monetized on TikTok since I think 2021. I reached the 10,000 subs. I'm currently at 65K. And, but the way that app works, I normally don't reach like all of that audience or all of that group of people. But, and I think because YouTube tried to do shorts to try to compete with TikTok, Instagram did reels, but none of those really compare to my TikTok algorithm. So I will grieve. I will definitely grieve not having that. And when I say monetized on TikTok, so I've and so I think I've been monetized since 2021, maybe 2022. I have probably made $40 total on maybe 50, I don't know. Like I make a very, very small amount over on TikTok. It's nothing like the checks that I get here from YouTube, because the creator sharing it wasn't as equal, and so that's why I really wasn't doing as much there. Like no lie, like I'm saying, like it so I used to think of the amount of money I would make on TikTok as just kind of like coffee money. Like it was very minuscule, and I didn't accept brand deals with brands that I don't support. So even now for YouTube or Instagram, there are companies that reach out like, "Will you promote our dog collar or something?" And it's like, I'm allergic to dogs. Like you have obviously seen none of my content. I don't have a pet. like I don't collaborate with brands that I don't currently use. So the brands that I would be open to partnering with would be Factor. So I do their meals. And Emily D. Baker has a coupon code. I think there might be some other people that have coupon codes for Factor. There are a few things. If Disney wanted to give me a free trip, like I loved like I'd love to go to Disney. We're planning to go this year, and I'm gonna do a separate video talking about some of the things that I've gotten to prepare for that trip. But, if people are using social media to build a brand, to build a business, making sure to not put all of your eggs in one basket. And I saw somebody say that earlier about the eggs in one basket, because when you do that, if something happens to that channel, so I was always concerned that, especially over on TikTok, because they don't, so there are a ton of copycats. So there are people that have stolen my videos and they are imitating me. So I would never offer crypto. I will never DM you. I'll never ask you for money or for personal information. And so there are people that take my picture, that take my videos, and I try to report it to TikTok, and they're like, nope, it's not violating a community guideline, but the person is pretending to be me using my picture, my videos, and okay, it it is what it is. And so I had some negative experiences like that where I didn't feel as protected on that app versus Instagram. I paid for the verified account there because somebody once again was pretending to be me. And with the verified account, I was able to report it. They took it down. I verified I am who I say I am. And so that's just why I sometimes um do more on those particular platforms. And that's where I'll be. So anyone that finds my channel that was connected with me on TikTok, because the YouTube is really more about reacting to court cases, doing more of that psychology, how it interfaces with the law, and it's just different. I did upload some of my shorts from, or some of my TikToks to shorts. It just, not everything that works over on that app worked here. And Robert, hey Robert. Because I have friends that have millions of followers that have received book deals based on their subs there. And there are a lot of people that are concerned with, how do I replicate this? How do I make sure that I can continue, marketing my small business. And 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 I would just encourage people to try to not freak out about it. I know that's easier said than done. And I will miss, so if the app does go away, I will miss the creators that I adore. I followed many of them on YouTube and on Instagram, and so I'll be able to continue to see their content there. But I won't stumble across some of the things that I would stumble across just scrolling. So I haven't seen the new Mufasa movie yet, but I have seen all of like the parodies of the songs. I haven't gotten a chance to see Wicked yet, but I can almost do the dance move for like there's like a whole dance that goes along with it. There was a time where I used to learn the TikTok dances. I did a few of them. If you go deep, you have to go deep on my account to find some of those things. But um, like I said, my heart really does go out to the people that are impacted, and that's where I would encourage them to build their mailing list, because being able to directly mail or email some of your biggest supporters, some of the people that are going to follow you no matter where you go, being able to post those other links. I've also added my link tree. So I have a new command for Nightbot, and so, Lisa, I love that you've been taking a break from social media, so you're not impacted at all. That is fine. So I do have a link tree, and that just has the link for the mailing list if you did want to join that. And I don't spam people, so I probably send maybe 5 emails a year. Like I don't spam the mailing list, but if there's something major, if I have a book release, if there's something major that comes out, I like to share those things there. And and um and so it's so tough. If there are any questions about it, let me know. And then we are going to head over to talk about Wendy Williams. And so, in just about 10 minutes, we are going to head over to that stream. Um, we will see. So, like I said, I'm not going to go over to Red Note. I'm not doing that. I'll be on Instagram. I do have a Facebook, so it's Dr. Patrice Berry on Facebook as well. I don't do as much there. Like YouTube is where I live and have fun, not live. But yeah, Texas Redhead says I don't TikTok or Instagram, barely do Facebook, and so we're connected here. We are completely connected here. Um, Lisa, did they do a verdict in that case yet? Um, so I always try to see if there is a psychological aspect to cover. I feel like this case was similar. I did another similar case where it was the uncle, and so I've done similar cases. Those cases just kind of turn my stomach. And so if there isn't a mental health diagnosis that comes up, or if there isn't something like that, so I have followed the case, but I haven't had anything to add to the conversation on that one. My heart breaks for Nazia's family, and yeah, she was beautiful. Okay, okay. The preliminary hearing just happened. I haven't watched the video because I think Long Crime and maybe Court TV, they have videos talking about um the text messages or the messages, and it's my understanding it's pretty disturbing. And so I have been doing things that bring me joy in my free time. So I have like I think I've probably watched no, I've watched so many K-dramas, it is ridiculous. Um, I am planning to cover maybe the sentencing of the grandma. I think it's y'all know me in names. Is it 'cause people were just asking about that one. Um, I am planning to take a look at that case later when possibly the sentencing. Um, yeah, my brain cannot remember the name of the case. Nix, Tracy Nix. I don't know where that came from, but it exists. When you have memories, they're there. You just have to find the road to them. And if you have ADHD, those connections get a little bit harder. But Tracy Nix, I I need to research the case more because when I heard about the case, I wasn't aware that this was the second child grandchild that had died in her care. And so I need to do more research on the case before I take a look at it. Um, Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Like, I couldn't believe that that was the second one, and so we will definitely cover that in the future. Like, the ADHD roads are rocky. Just hop in a Jeep, and then sometimes just find a new creative way there. Like, it's definitely not gonna be a straight and narrow road, but you'll find a new way there. And that's another thing that I'll miss about TikTok because I learned so many things that related to my clients. So my clients would sometimes send me, "Hey, this TikTok really resonated with me. I want to talk about this next session." Or I saw this TikTok about egoism. Can you let's talk about it. And I had never heard. So the term egoist or egoism, which is so within narcissism, we've talked about that, but egoism is a person that reflects what other it's like an extreme form of people pleasing where the individual doesn't have a sense of self. They just reflect what other people want. I had never heard of the term until a client brought it up because of a TikTok. And so I will miss the algorithm. like like that algorithm could find what was going on. And I'm pretty sure I did. I know people have mixed feelings about self-diagnosis and uh, I have not been formally diagnosed with ADHD, but all the signs are there. all all of the signs, all of them are there. And connecting with the ADHD community on TikTok and learning things like body doubling and like it's been such a huge resource. And I hope that people start continue to provide that information over on Instagram too, and I think they will. I definitely have ADHD. We've also kind of diagnosed my husband too, but he's not here. It doesn't matter. My kiddo, I he's probably gonna be diagnosed at some point because I will get a formal diagnosis for him. Ah, and so I did watch, and I have the community tab video. So Dr. G Explains did a video on I think I think the guy has been called to have psychopathic type traits, the guy that unalived the unhoused man. Um and I don't know if I don't and I hate it when autism comes in to that. But he definitely was found guilty. The jury did not believe that any mental health condition got in the way. It was a super creepy case, and um he didn't seem to care because I watched the body camera and the interview that he did after, and both of those were just so troubling. And Dr. G Explains did a phenomenal job breaking down his body language, breaking down what could be going in that situation, and it was really helpful. So if TikTok does go away, we are going to breathe. We are going to replace it with something positive. So I just wouldn't replace it with something negative. So some people are wanting to take breaks from social media. TikTok also got to the point within the last like 6 months to a year where I wasn't scrolling on there as much because I kept buying stuff. Like it was all about ads and selling stuff, and that was getting frustrating for me. And I know Instagram has it too, Facebook, all the platforms have it. But there was a time when TikTok wasn't as selly, like there weren't as many ads. But once they opened, sorry about that to the mic. Once they opened TikTok Shop, it was difficult for me. But I greatly appreciate you all. I will see you all in about 4 minutes. I'm going to get ready for the next stream where we talk about Wendy Williams. You should be magically transported there, and I look forward to see y'all on the next one. I am going to set up the outro video. There we go. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.